Hey everybody, welcome back to the AM show. Judea Hartley here. Happy Monday. Now, you guys, at the top of the show, we tease that we have a flat out fantastic, dynamic guest joining us today. He is an extraordinary artist, an incredible songwriter, a fantastic performer. I mean, you name it, he does it. So I'm super excited because he is also my brother who I love and admire dearly. Everybody, wherever you are, stand to your feet and show your love for the one and only Mr. Timothy McJunkin.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing so well. Oh my goodness, you look fantastic.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
You do. I'm so grateful that you're here this morning. You guys, Tim has been singing for decades now, just really producing star-studded tracks such as On the Dance Floor. I mean, you name it, he does it. And he's here with us this morning because Timothy is actually promoting his new Christmas single that dropped December 6th, and it is entitled Every Day is Christmas. We actually have that gold playing in the background right now. So Tim, I just wanted to thank you so much for joining us this morning, taking out time from your busy schedule.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. All right, so let's get right into your journey. So you started singing in the church. I know that you got your roots. You were a young guy in your grandfather's church. I'm curious, how has that experience really shaped who you are today as an adult male and, most importantly, as an artist?
Yeah, I mean, starting in the church, I mean, I got everything from the church. I mean, everything from life skills to, how to command a room, to how to speak in front of a group of people, all of that, the confidence, obviously the music, my faith, like all those things combined just kind of created, who I am today. The music, hearing the music every single week, having to, be the person behind the drums, having to be the person behind the mic, having to be the person that even does the food, it all kind of created, what I love and what I, know best. So it's been a great experience.
That's so true. The church, for so many people, even celebrities, right? Ask yourself, they really get their starting ground from the church, right? How to play different instruments and how to not be afraid to really stand up and perform in front of large groups of people. It definitely serves as a strong starting ground. Now, I know that you write your original music. Tim writes his own music. He's the writer, the arranger, all of the things. Do you remember the first song that you wrote?
I do actually. The first song I wrote actually was entitled Self-Love. And when I first wrote that song, it was, I was just thinking about, okay, Tim, what do you want to portray in your music? Like, how do you want people to receive your music? And me, I love motivation, like motivational things.
Yeah.
And self-love around that time was something that I was practicing, so it was like perfect timing for me to create something that was very, very dear to myself to be able to help others. So yeah, self-love, that was in 2017.
And why is that so important? Because so many of your songs are classics, such as Self-Love, meaning that they are applicable during any age and to anyone. So why during that time did you write that song, and why is that message so important today?
Yeah, I think I was more so, it was something that I was dealing with. I needed to believe in myself, and I wanted to do music that can also motivate others. Like everything that I do in my life, it's about motivating and being able to inspire other people. And during that time, I needed self-love. I needed to just kind of own who I was, but also just love who I was. Love the person that I saw in the mirror. All of the flaws, all of the good things and the bad things, So that's kind of where self-love came from. I really, as a new writer, I was like, didn't know really what to write and what to say. So I had to kind of speak from a personal place and what I was going through at that time. So that's kind of how self-love came about.
I love that. That's one of the many things that I love about your music is that it's so inspirational. It's not just great words and a really, really catchy beat, right? It's not just a vibe, but I love love your music because your music has layers. Your music has messaging that folks really, really can take great insight and hope from. Now, I know that you are a creative at heart, and creatives understand other creatives. I'm just curious. Oh yeah, because we're a different breed of people. I'm curious, what is your songwriting process, whether it be at home, in your car, in the booth? What does that all look like?
Yeah, it's interesting. So I actually write the best when I'm driving, and like not obviously while I'm driving. That's dangerous. Please do not drive and write. But I start to play. I start with the music. So the beat, it has to catch me. I have to feel it. I'm a person that I gotta feel the beat. You know, I don't usually write music like just with no instruments. I have to start with the beat first. And usually when I'm just like driving to, back and forth to wherever I'm going, I'll have the beat playing in the background, and then I'll just start to feel it from there. And from there, I'll start with like the hook, maybe the chorus, and kind of build from there. But it definitely starts while I'm like just randomly taking care of errands and things like that, is where I should start to just get the most creativity. So I think during that time, my brain is kind of, it kind of pauses for a while, because during the day I'm usually everywhere and just my brain is all over the place. But when I'm driving, I have a little bit more sanity and I'm just kind of just relaxed. So at that point, I'm able just to kind of just explore thoughts and things like that, and that's just kind of how it starts. I just build it from there. But I start with the beat for sure, just to kind of get the feeling, the rhythm, the melody, things like that.
I love that. I think it's during those times of isolation where we can hear our own thoughts where we can know what we want to say. That's where we get the most inspiration. And sometimes that does come alone, and many times it comes at night. I know for artists, it comes at night, and sometimes it can take hours to write a song. Sometimes you can write it in 5 minutes. Now, speaking of songs, today is December 16th, meaning you dropped Every Day is Christmas exactly 10 days ago. Tim, tell us why it was on your heart and in your soul to produce a Christmas single.
Yeah, so I've always wanted to do Christmas music. Why? Because I'm born on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
So I always thought that, I always wanted to drop Christmas music. And Every Day is Christmas, honestly, it came from, again, when I do music, I always come from a place of where I am currently, or just kind of what I think the world needs. And I wanted to be able to spread love during the Christmas season. I feel like the world is going through so many different things. People are up, people are down, just so much is going on. I wanted to do my part in what I love and just kind of what I bring, which is music. And I wanted to spread that with love. So Every Day is Christmas is about love. It's a gift of love to everyone around me. It's a gift to you all, just to spread love during this season. Life is too short. And we definitely need love. Love definitely covers a multitude. So I just wanted to be able to spread that during this season.
Well, I am gonna spread it a little further for you like Nutella, because you guys, we actually have a clip of Tim's promo video, right, for Every Day is Christmas. Y'all have to look at this stunning image, and of course you get to hear this goodness. We're gonna play Every Day is Christmas, the promo vid. I think it's about 30 seconds. Let's take a look at it now, everybody. I love it. I love it.
Just like when the snow hits the ground, there's no better time than now. The show gift that keeps on giving. Listen, you are what I've been missing. Can't imagine life without you. I've got everything out.
I love it. Oh my God. Tim, when I hear your voice, I'm going to be quite candid with you. I hear gospel, I hear R&B, I hear sexiness, I hear soul, all intertwined in whatever project you do. And I love that you have those gospel, that R&B, soulful. I love that you have those roots. Now, you got to tell me, my brother, what was this experience like recording this record in the booth?
Yeah, I mean, it was a process. Actually, I, worked with my producer. He's actually in Atlanta, so we did a kind of a remote session, which is one that I've never done before in the past. Like I've always We've always been together in the booth. But this time, we did it remotely, and it was a lot of fun. I recorded that song for about 2 months, just kind of like every week. So a lot of hours. I usually can be in the studio almost between 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah.
On the last final day of recording, I think we were in the booth from noon till about midnight. So that was a power day. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's one of the things that I love as well. And people who are not artists, they don't realize how much work, how much time you put into your craft in order to produce a quality-filled project.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of quality-filled projects, I couldn't have you on the show and not throw it all the way back. So I'm going to throw it back to one of my favorite Timothy McJunkin's original. Y'all, let's take a look at the music video for On the Dance Floor. Let's take a look.
Yeah, get me on the dance floor, get me on the dance floor, meet me on the dance floor, It's something about this party, I wanna see you on the dance floor. I'm looking fly, feeling sexy in the party. I see you on the dance floor, hit it right, hit it left, everybody. I wanna see you on the dance floor. I just wanna be around. I just wanna be around. It's getting late.
You gotta meet me on the dance floor. Turn around, don't look away. Oh, we're back. I love it. I love it. Tim, briefly tell us, how was it like creating that music video for On the Dance Floor?
Goodness, it was like literally the best experience. I shot that video in LA. And I worked with the great Jamal Joseph, who's choreographed for Beyonce as well, which was amazing.
Yeah.
But then just having background dancers, having the lights, having outfit changes, having different locations, it was like my first experience doing it on my own, and it was just incredible.
I love
I've
that.
always been a dancer.
Yeah.
So and that was my first song that I actually put out. My first single on a dance floor in 2019. So at that point, I was like, I love to dance.
Yes.
And I love to be, on the dance floor. So that was like, what better way than to start out that way?
I love it.
But I knew that I wanted to showcase also my performing side too. So that's kind of where the video came about. And I was able to, kind of put that out there. So it was really, really exciting. I had so much fun.
I love that. How do you stay relevant as an artist, deeming that there's so many challenges in the music industry?
So many challenges. I think that you just gotta stay true to who you are, stay true to yourself. And you just gotta be consistent. And that's in anything that you do, to stay relevant. It's just consistency. So consistently putting out music, consistently writing, I have more music on the way I'm excited about. So it's just consistently just being consistent, that's the best way to stay relevant.
Where do you see your music career in the next 2 to 3 years?
Yeah, I mean, I would like to do a lot more live performances, like live shows, for sure.
Yeah.
I definitely see myself just doing more performing. Like during the pandemic, a lot of things, that's literally when I started my solo career, was like in 2019. And then 2020, at the end of 2019 is when I started my solo career. And then like 2020, we were out for about 3.5 years almost.
Yeah.
And things are now starting to become and get back to normal. So looking forward to just being out more and performing more.
It's so true. Oh my goodness. I am so proud of everything that you're doing. I believe in you from here to Africa, from here to Pluto. You know that you are super talented, whatever you put your hands to. You guys, Tim, of course, we know he's a great singer and performer, but he also is a hospitality specialist. He's a caterer. He does event planning, real estate, like whatever he finds his hands to do, it turns into gold. You guys have to get your life and download Every Day is Christmas. Tim, I'm going to let you take us out. Tell us where folks can find you on social media, where people can find the song, right, on digital streaming platforms, and one very, very brief piece of advice for aspiring artists such as yourself.
Absolutely. So you can find me on Instagram or all the social platforms at Tim's Luxe Living. That's TIMSLUXE Living. I'm also the Every Day is Christmas is available on all streaming platforms. So that's everything from Apple Music, Amazon, Spotify, Tidal, all of those platforms, Pandora. You can find me there. And in terms of advice, I would say again, just stay true to who you are, stay true to yourself, and be consistent.
Yeah.
That's any piece of advice that I can give anyone that's out there trying to make it. It is very difficult, everywhere.
Yeah.
But as long as you stay consistent, you stay true to who you are, excuse me, that's the best that you can do. And giving your best is what you need. So that's what I give up to you all. Thank you so much.
I love it. I love it. Let us put our hands together for the one, the only, Timothy McJunkin. Every day is Christmas, you guys. Be sure to download that song. I promise you it's going to bless. I promise you it's going to bless your life. Every day is Christmas on all streaming platforms. Tim, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I definitely will. Oh, yes. I definitely will be bumping that today on the drive home. Thank you so much. You're fantastic.
Thank you.
All righty, bye now. Fantastic. Be sure to download that Every Day is Christmas single, y'all. I promise you are going to love it just as much as I do. All right, folks, we're going to head on over to a quick commercial break, but don't you go anywhere because we have another very, very special guest when we return. Stay tuned.